81-21 NFL.
I thought I was going to start it
Okay.
off.
81-21 NFL talk.
Okay. Okay, America, we are back for the last
Bubba-
episode
Right?
of the 24-25 NFL season.
Right.
And it is Super Bowl weekend.
Super Bowl weekend.
Super Bowl weekend.
We've been going for like weeks.
November, Thanksgiving.
Somewhere around
Wait
there.
a minute. Did we even do an episode after we came back from Dallas?
No.
So we've been going since since before Thanksgiving.
Yeah,
See,
it's around there somewhere.
wait a minute. You can tell we ain't been here because I can't even talk on the microphone right now.
Well, here's the thing. I know why I didn't come back.
Why you didn't come back?
Starts with a G, ends with an S. I don't play
Would
them
that
type of
be
games.
GIANTS?
Right. It's not like we getting paid to be doing this. So
Right, right,
my emotions are into this.
right.
So
And then we lost.
oh,
Oh no, we won on Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving, I beat the Giants.
Right.
Right.
Okay.
Did y'all make the playoffs? Though?
Hell no.
No.
Nah.
So
That's why we sitting right here.
basically what has happened with the Giants. Let's do a quick recap.
Uh-huh.
They didn't make the playoffs.
No.
Of course, they got rid of Saquon. That turns into something we're going to talk about later.
Mm-hmm.
The draft is coming up. We don't know who they're going to get. I'm wishing for
Shador?
probably Shador Sanders, fellow
Okay.
Aquarian.
Or Cam?
I'll take Shador.
Oh.
I like Cam, but
Okay.
No.
Okay.
I like him.
Mm-hmm.
The Dallas didn't make the playoffs. Mike McCarthy
Got fired. Mm-hmm.
And the last thing I read, I don't think his hat's in the ring to coach anybody.
Okay.
Last thing I read, I think he withdrew.
He need a break.
Probably.
Yeah, I
That
don't
was-
blame him because that was
Dallas is hard, man.
that was a rough season.
Right.
Mhm.
But anyway,
Mhm.
that was our season recapped in about 2 minutes, right?
Yeah.
So let's jump forward.
Okay.
Before we get into our Super Bowl predictions, let's talk about the awards for this year.
Yeah, let's talk about them. The award show was on my birthday.
February 6th.
My birthday, February 6th. Yes.
Happy birthday.
Yes. Don't I look good for 57 America?
Yeah. So the awards were on February 6th, and they gave out some awards, and we're going to talk about them.
Yeah, let's talk
minute.
about them.
Oh, man, let me get my mic closer.
Okay.
We're going to talk about them for you.
Okay.
The first award, Coach of the Year.
Coach of the Year.
I'll tell you what the award is. I'll tell you who it is. You tell me what you think about it.
Okay.
Okay, the first award is Coach of the Year. That's Kevin O'Connell for the Vikings. How do you feel about that?
Well, I guess the Vikings did make a nice run. Probably an unexpected run. I don't
Okay.
think no one really expected the Vikings to be where they ended up at.
I'm sort of iffy
Yeah,
because,
that wasn't your sleeper team.
no, I'm iffy because the team that wasn't expected to get that far was the Commanders. And
True.
who's their coach?
Dan Quinn.
Dan Quinn.
Mhm.
I would have rather seen him because
You're right. I didn't think about that. It would've
Minnesota has done this basically every year.
been- You right.
11 in this, 11 in this, and they get to the playoffs
Right.
and lay
You're
an
right.
egg,
Yeah.
right?
I mean, yeah. Dan Quinn, because the Commanders went to the championship game.
NFC Championship.
Right.
So
Yeah.
my
Dan
vote
Quinn
would have
should
been
have got that
for
award.
Dan Quinn.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, I don't know what you guys think.
I
What
agree.
about you?
Now that you say that, I agree. I wasn't thinking.
Okay, next up,
Okay.
Defensive Rookie of the Year.
Defensive Rookie of the Year.
That would be Mr. Jared or Gerard Verse.
It's not Gerard because it's an E, so it's Jared.
Jared Verse.
I don't know anything about
For the
Mr.
Rams.
Verse.
Uh,
I don't-
Defensive Rookie of the Year. I'll give him that. I
Okay.
give him that. I give him that.
I didn't watch not one Rams
Yeah, we
game.
did. Yeah, we did. Yeah,
Did we?
We just weren't paying attention.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So next up,
Okay.
Comeback Player of the Year.
Comeback Player of the Year, and that goes to?
Joe Burrow.
Hmm.
He did have a bad injury
Mm-hmm.
a few years back, and then this year I think he missed maybe 5 or 6 games. I'm not sure.
Really?
Yeah, he was injured.
Okay.
They wasn't doing so well,
Okay.
and if you remember, they went down to the wire.
They did.
Denver needed to lose. in order for Cincinnati to make the playoffs.
Mhm.
Now, I will say this: if Cincinnati would have made the playoffs, it would have made things tougher because since Cincinnati was starting to make their stride,
Mhm.
it
Mhm.
was looking like Cincinnati.
Right. Right.
But Denver beat Kansas City
Mhm.
on the last game of the season.
So, America, I know y'all don't believe that Denver won that game by skill.
No, people here where we live in Colorado, they actually believe it.
Right, they do, but Denver only won that game because Kansas City didn't care.
Basically, Kansas City ended up being what 17-2.
Right, they
What's
didn't
the point?
care.
Yeah, what's the point?
It's like, oh,
And they-
we can afford to lose this one game.
And I think they look us crazy, like 30-something to zip.
Yeah, it
they
was
gave
they
up.
Kansas City didn't even score, so come on.
Right. So anyway, that was defensive rookie of the year.
Mhm.
Comeback player. I'm sorry, that was the comeback player of the year, which is Joe Burrow for the Bengals.
Okay.
Next up, offensive player of the year,
And it went to
Saquon Barkley.
Saquon Barkley.
Go ahead, talk about it. I can't.
Saquon Barkley, offensive player of the year.
Right.
I mean, he did that on the offense, but wouldn't he have been the most valuable player because of the fact that I don't think Philly would have been where they are right now if it had not been for Saquon?
You make a strong case.
I mean, I'm just
take
saying.
Saquon off that team. I don't know if they're in the Super Bowl right
Exactly.
now. But plus, he ran for 2,000 yards. Now, Saquon was really humble.
Yes.
He could have broke the 2,000-yard record, but he chilled a lot. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he could have went crazy on the Giants, and he sat down and said, "Yo, let somebody else play."
Right.
And then he didn't play
The
in that last
last
game. I think,
game.
something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The last game of the season he didn't play.
Right. So anyway, Saquon Barkley, ex-New York Giant, offensive player of the year.
I mean, I know that the Giants are kicking their
But
yes because everybody was talking about Saquon was washed up. His good years was behind him. I think even Stephen A. was talking about he didn't have it in him no more, right?
well, he did. He did.
Shows you what being on the right team would do.
Okay.
Okay.
Defensive player of the year,
Defensive player of the year. Who's that?
Mr. Patrick Surtain II
I
for the Denver
don't know.
Broncos, cornerback, safety cornerback. He's a beast.
I really didn't pay too much attention to the Broncos this year, but since we do live in Colorado and we're in Colorado Springs, which is only an hour away from Denver, every Monday morning it's on the news. So I did hear his name a lot on the Monday morning
dope.
highlights.
He's
so
dope. I think he might be one of the highest paid defensive backs in the league. Plus, you just don't go his way.
okay,
You don't do it.
okay.
So that's Patrick Surtain was the defensive player of the year. Offensive rookie of the year. Do I even have to say it? Who would that be?
Jaden.
Jaden Daniels for the
Jaden
Washington
Daniels.
Commanders.
Yeah.
If anybody watched any of our early stuff, you know I was pretty high on him.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he did that. I don't think there's much to talk about. We saw all the comeback games.
Oh my goodness.
Saw what he did.
The last minute wins and everything.
Playoffs against Tampa. NFC Championship, they lost to the Eagles.
Right.
But great season.
Oh yeah.
Great season for Dan Quinn. Great season for Jaden Daniels. Great season for, I always mess his name up.
McLaurin.
They were good.
AJ Brown.
Well, AJ Brown played.
I
for
mean,
the
I'm
Eagles.
sorry. AJ Brown played for the Eagles. I'm thinking of what's his name.
Who?
I can't think of his name right
Dave
now.
Dotson no more. He
No,
played for the
Dawson
Eagles.
played for the
Yeah,
Eagles, which
yeah.
my grandson definitely lets me know.
Yeah. I can't call.
What's
I don't
what's
know who
the
you're trying to say.
the other wide receiver on the Commanders?
I forgot.
I can't. Okay, anyway,
But they
go
did
ahead.
good. Offensive rookie of the year, Jaden Daniels. Good.
Okay.
Seeing that he just won the Heisman. Good.
Yeah.
Okay, so next up, assistant coach of the year. This would be Mr. Ben Johnson from the Detroit Lions. He was in hot demand.
Mm-hmm.
I was looking at something on the internet, and the Lions lost maybe 6 of their coaches.
That's because they did such an outstanding job this year.
The black guy. I can't think of his name.
Mm-hmm.
He was the defensive coach.
Okay.
He's the head coach of the Jets now.
Okay, so that's who the Jets got.
And Ben Johnson, I think, will be the head coach of the Bears.
Okay.
So it is what it is. Okay. MVP. Let's talk about it. Who's the MVP?
Josh Allen.
Josh Allen from the Buffalo Bills.
Right.
Do you think he deserves it? You had a great analogy. Could you break that down?
The MVP, most valuable player, which means it's the player that brings the most value to their team.
Yeah.
So when you look at it like that, then you will have to say, but like I said, Saquon could have been in the running for MVP also. As a matter of fact, he might have been. But when you look at it like that, you would have to say that, okay, I see why Josh got it, because he was the most valuable player on the Bills.
Without him, I don't think the Bills would have even made the playoffs.
Right.
We talked about, who does he have on the team?
Saquon was in the running for MVP.
Yeah.
It was Saquon, Joe Burrow, Jared Goff, and Lamar Jackson.
Right.
So I know we was feeling some type of way at first because it wasn't Lamar, but when you think about what the most valuable player means, then I would say anyone between Saquon and Josh.
Right. Now, here's the thing. This is what I was saying. So Lamar Jackson won MVP 2 years in a row.
Yes.
In the past. This year, he didn't win it.
Yes.
I think the fact that he had
King Henry,
Derrick Henry behind him.
That
kind of. So
because then they could have been double teamed. For the most valuable player. So
Josh Allen being MVP, I'm not mad at him.
Okay.
I know that Lamar had better stats. He had more throwing yardage. He had more touchdowns.
But that's why Lamar got, what did he get? What did Lamar get?
Which is next up.
What did he get?
Lamar got first team All-Pro QB, which is basically saying the
that
best
he's the
quarterback
best
in the league.
Not
NFL.
the MVP,
but the best quarterback in the league.
I ain't mad about that.
There's nothing more to say.
Right.
Congratulations, Mr. Jackson.
Mr. Jackson.
2 years in a row MVP, and then the next year, first team All-Pro quarterback.
There you go.
Starting, first team. Okay.
Ain't nothing to be mad about.
You ready to get to it?
Talking about that Super Bowl game?
Super Bowl 59.
Yeah. Okay.
LIX, Super Bowl 59. You know, I was thinking today, we probably have seen Super Bowls that go back to the teens, like 19.
Yeah, I mean,
up there.
We're 57.
No,
well,
you were 57.
I'm 57. You'll be there on Thursday.
Hold on,
Thursday,
man,
Friday.
All these people.
Friday, America, Friday. Anyway, yeah, if it's 59,
Super Bowl 59.
Yeah, that means that we've seen 57 of them.
Just about.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, yeah.
So it started in 1966.
Somewhere around there, yeah, you're right. You doing that maths?
I'm mathing.
You mathing, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of them.
Yeah.
But this Super Bowl 59, will be played in New Orleans.
Mm-hmm.
And it will be the Raiders.
The Eagles.
It will be the Eagles versus
and the
Chiefs.
I don't want to see the Chiefs win.
Why?
Because I want somebody else to get it. And I want Saquon to get his Super Bowl.
Right.
I want Jalen to get his Super Bowl.
Right.
And I know there's a lot of Cowboys fans that don't agree with me because they're like, how can you root for our division rival? It don't matter. NFC East. Keep it in the East.
Keep it in the East.
Yeah.
Well, I got some controversial stuff.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm always rooting for the black quarterback. In this Super Bowl, you have two.
Yeah.
But one, in my humble opinion, seems to be a little bit blacker than the other.
Blackly black?
Sometimes I'm a little suspect with
Patrick.
I'm a little suspect with the hips and the, I'm a little suspect. I could go into other things, choice of partner, all that stuff.
I just feel like I feel that the refs gave Kansas City big advantages throughout the season with, the callings on the field and stuff like that. Like that last game between Kansas and
I don't know.
Baltimore.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
They started the season off playing each other, didn't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those two roughing the passer calls.
Yeah, I mean, there was so many memes.
They wasn't. They were not.
so
And
many
those two
memes.
calls is what saved the game. Won the game for the Chiefs.
Well, there was so many memes floating around the internet teasing the Chiefs about having 12, 13 players on the field
Oh yeah.
instead of 11
Because
the
they
refs.
got the refs, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if you've seen the meme where the Chiefs' new uniform is stripes.
No, I didn't see that one.
Oh, hilarious.
Okay.
I'm going for the Eagles.
Me too.
I'm going for the Eagles. Like you.
Mhm.
NFC East. I like Jalen Hurts.
Mm-hmm.
It's Hurts or Hurts?
Hurts.
I like him a lot.
Mhm.
Of course, I like Saquon.
Mm-hmm.
I like A.J. Brown.
Mm-hmm.
I like the former Heisman Trophy winner.
Devontae Smith. Yeah.
Remember we were watching the Eagles play, and I said, with the Eagles, you got to hit them hard and first.
In the beginning,
Because with them, it's the war of attrition. They just wear
you down. They wear you
But
down.
I also said on the flip side,
They-
Andy Reid.
It's sneaky.
He's a coach.
Mm-hmm.
He definitely going to put something on that field that's going to bring you out of what you do. Scheming is
Right.
what he's going to do. So I'm going for the Eagles.
Me too.
I'm never good at giving a score. Never.
31. 31. 33.
31-33. That's pretty
33,
close.
31 Eagles.
Well, here's a more an easier one. Will Saquon Barkley get 100 yards?
Yes.
Saquon Barkley 100 yards, and the Eagles will win. That's what I'm saying.
That's what you said. Okay.
That's what you saying?
Okay.
All right. Patrick?
Mm-hmm.
It's Patrick. They've won 2, right? Or 3.
They've won 3.
They won 3,
2 back to back.
but he's going for his 3rd.
3-peat.
Yeah, which will make it a 3-peat. I don't care. Philadelphia Eagles.
There you go.
I think the Philadelphia Eagles would be Super Bowl 59
Winners.
champions, winners.
Mm-hmm.
Anything you want to add?
Nah, I'm with you.
We'll be coming back doing our regular audio podcast this way.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
We got a podcast out right now, and it's called The Why Doesn't Matter.
It doesn't.
It's just audio. You can listen to it on Spotify,
Mm-hmm.
YouTube,
Mm-hmm.
wherever you go, Apple, and things like that. Anything you want to add?
Nah, that's
Come on,
it.
add something, baby.
I don't have nothing to add.
What's next Friday?
It's your birthday.
And what date is that?
It's that day they call Valentine's Day.
Valentine's Day. So the next podcast we do will be the pressures of having a birthday
On Valentine's Day?
Valentine's Day. We got to talk about that.
Okay, then let's talk about
We
it.
got to talk about that. Anyways, 8121 NFL Talk. I guess we'll see you on NFL Talk next football season when we 57. Well, I'll be 57.
Yeah, August.
57.
Until August, y'all.
Until August, and we out of here.
We out.
Peace.